Welcome back to the Deep Dive, powered by Radio BFit. And I have to admit, I came into this one feeling, well, both excited and maybe a little personally attacked by the source material.
Laugh slightly. I can see why.
My morning routine, I mean, it's like so many people's. Hit the snooze button 3 times, immediately grab my phone, and then, make a beeline for the espresso machine. It's highly caffeinated and feels highly necessary.
And that right there is the universal struggle, isn't it? We operate on the system that just demands instant gratification, especially in the morning.
Right.
But our biology, it's really running on a 24-hour clock. And we've been handed a stack of fascinating sources today, a full neuroscientist protocol on how to fundamentally redesign that first hour of your day.
For peak sustained performance.
Exactly.
That's the mission. We're diving deep, not into complicated rituals, but into 5 small, intentional shifts. And they're all based entirely on neuroscience.
These are the surprisingly effective shortcuts.
Yes, the kind that can fundamentally alter how you feel, less stress, more focus, and how you perform all day. We're just extracting the pure, science-backed nuggets, the kind of clear, practical information you find in resources like bfit.ai.
It's truly about leveraging your body's existing rhythms instead of, constantly fighting them. And let me tell you, this first habit, it's going to demand a temporary separation from the love affair most of us have with our morning brew.
Okay, let's just unpack this immediately, because this is where the skeptical part of my brain just fires up. Habit 1, the caffeine timing shock. Delaying morning coffee.
Yes.
I need that instant hit to function. If I delay it, my productivity is going to tank in that first hour. So tell me the science that justifies this kind of suffering.
Well, it's not suffering, it's strategizing. We need to delay that coffee significantly. We're talking between 90 to 120 minutes after waking.
90 minutes, wow.
And the reason is all about managing your body's sleep pressure gauge.
The sleep pressure gauge.
Exactly. So when you wake up, that grogginess you feel, that's caused by residual adenosine.
Adenosine?
Think of it like a metabolic byproduct. It's a chemical that builds up in your brain the longer you're awake, and it basically signals to your body that it needs to sleep. It's like a parking brake for your alertness.
So when I wake up, the brake is still slightly engaged.
Precisely. And your body is naturally starting to clear that out as part of the wake-up process. But caffeine is this brilliant molecule because it's shaped almost identically to adenosine.
Yeah.
So if you drink coffee immediately, caffeine just rushes in and prematurely occupies all those adenosine receptors. It's essentially masking the grogginess before your body has finished clearing it out.
Ah, so caffeine isn't actually giving me energy. It's just blocking the signal that says I'm tired.
That is the key distinction. And now here's the problem. When that caffeine metabolizes and wears off a few hours later, usually around 2 or 3 p.m., the crash, all that leftover, uncleared adenosine comes rushing back to dock at the now vacant receptors. That is the intense, debilitating 2 p.m. energy crash that everyone experiences.
And I always thought that was just a normal afternoon thing. You're telling me I was causing it myself by drinking coffee too early. That's huge.
By waiting 90 to 120 minutes, you allow that natural clearing process to complete. Then, when you introduce the caffeine, it maintains alertness without that massive rebound.
So you swap the roller coaster for a wave.
You swap the sharp spike and dip for a sustained wave of clarity.
That's a fundamentally different energy curve.
Yeah.
So the application here is that first hour and a half should be used for other focus-setting tasks, knowing the coffee is coming.
It changes everything. And those tasks you just mentioned, that's exactly where our next habits come in. Let's move from what we ingest to how we anchor our biology externally, light and motion.
Okay.
These are your non-negotiables for setting your internal clock.
Habit number 2, morning sunlight. Why is outdoor light so crucial? I have huge windows. I turn on every bright lamp in the house as soon as I'm up. Surely that's enough to signal to my brain it's daytime.
It is absolutely not enough. And this is probably one of the most common mistakes people make.
Really?
Indoor light, no matter how bright it feels to your eye, is exponentially weaker than natural light. Morning sunlight is the most potent, the most precise signal you can give your body to set your circadian rhythm.
Your 24-hour sleep-wake cycle.
Exactly.
And what's the strict protocol for this? I assume we can't just go outside and stare directly at the sun.
Absolutely not. No. The protocol is to simply view morning sunlight, or even just ambient outdoor light within about 30 minutes of waking.
And crucially, I'm guessing, no sunglasses.
Crucially, no sunglasses, no windows filtering the light. If it's a clear, sunny day, just 2 to 10 minutes is enough.
2 minutes.
If it's overcast or raining, you need a bit longer. Maybe 20 to 30 minutes.
That huge difference between 2 and 30 minutes really shows how much power that light holds. But what's the actual mechanism inside the eye that makes it so strong?
Well, the signal hits these specialized non-visual light-sensing cells in your retina. They're called melanopsin cells.
Melanopsin cells.
Think of them not as cells for sight, but as high-sensitivity ambient light sensors. They detect the specific blue and green light spectrum that's really present in the morning sun.
So they're custom designed for this.
They really are, and they signal directly to your brain's master clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This whole process suppresses the sleep hormone melatonin and triggers a healthy, time-appropriate release of cortisol.
Which is our natural alerting hormone.
Right. And if you get this signal wrong, the timing of your sleep and your energy for the rest of the day is just off.
Setting the master clock is key. Okay, let's pair that incredible external signal with movement. Habit number 3, the morning walk. I know exercise is good, but you're specifically highlighting the walk as a proactive tool for stress management. Why walking?
Because of a really powerful neurological mechanism called optic flow.
Optic flow.
Optic flow is that specific visual sensation of objects and lines and the environment moving past your peripheral vision as you move forward.
So it's not just about the movement itself, it's about the visual part of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That steady, predictable stream of visual motion sends a powerful signal that directly lowers activity in the brain's primary alarm system, the amygdala.
The fear center.
Right. The amygdala is constantly scanning for threats. When you're standing still or you're confined, it stays on high alert.
Wow. So the simple act of watching the world flow past me, it tricks my ancient brain into believing everything is safe and on track. It actively calms the part of my brain that's worrying about deadlines.
That's the most straightforward way to put it. It's a literal neurological intervention. A short 10 or 15-minute walk sets a calm, resilient tone for the entire nervous system. It's a moving meditation that grounds you.
That just completely elevates the morning walk from some minor cardio to an essential mental health tool.
Absolutely. And if you're looking for more ways to integrate smart movement, the BFit.ai resources have some excellent articles on quick, impactful home workouts you can use to supplement that walk.
Incredible. So we've timed the coffee and set our external anchors. Now let's transition to internal fuel strategy. Habits 4 and 5 are about what we put in our bodies, or intentionally don't put in our bodies.
Yes.
Habit 4 is a genuinely challenging one. Skipping breakfast for cognitive enhancement.
Yes. For optimal focus, our source strongly suggests using a temporary fast. So fasting until late morning, say 11 a.m. or noon.
That sounds completely counterproductive to everything we've ever been told. I would expect low energy and massive brain fog if I skip breakfast. Are we saying the brain actually prefers to be a little bit stressed?
It prefers a different kind of fuel. The mild metabolic stress of fasting actually triggers a natural beneficial release of epinephrine,
Brain adrenaline.
what many people call brain adrenaline. Now, this isn't the jittery fight-or-flight adrenaline you get from a scare. This is a clean, low-level elevation that creates a state of calm alertness.
So fasting creates this natural internal chemical state for focus.
Yeah.
But tell me more, why isn't it jittery?
When you haven't eaten, your body slightly elevates epinephrine to mobilize your stored energy. This process actually heightens your sensory perception and your executive function.
Wow.
When you eat right away, your body focuses on digestion, which diverts energy and often causes that post-meal sluggishness. In the fasted state, your brain is prioritized, it's sharp, and it's primed for deep cognitive work.
And this is crucial for you, the listener. Your early morning fasted state is actually the prime time for your most demanding mental tasks. The heavy lifting, the creative problem solving. You leverage that natural rush, and you save your first meal until after that peak focus window is done.
It's strategic energy deployment, and this aligns perfectly with building metabolic flexibility.
Okay, so we've skipped the coffee, we've delayed the food, we've got brain adrenaline flowing, but surely we need to hydrate. Habit 5 is strategic hydration, and apparently plain water isn't enough.
That's right. The secret ingredient is often misunderstood, but it's essential. Electrolytes. Upon waking, you should drink a significant amount of water, 16 to 32 ounces, but add a small pinch of high-quality sea salt, about 1/8 of a teaspoon.
Salt. We're constantly told to restrict sodium. Why are we purposefully adding it to our morning ritual?
We wake up in a state of relative dehydration and, crucially, mineral depletion. Your neurons need a very precise ionic balance of electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium to function.
And that's necessary for what you call optimal neuronal firing. What does that mean in practical terms for someone trying to get through their day?
Think of it like a battery. Neuronal firing is simply the speed and efficiency with which your brain cells can transmit information. If you're low on electrolytes, that connection is slower. That's the brain fog, that sluggish start. Plain water can actually dilute the few electrolytes you have left, which can make things temporarily worse. The salt is a delivery mechanism. It makes the water sticky, ensuring it's absorbed and used at the cellular level.
So the salt isn't for taste. It's to maximize cellular uptake and ensure fast thought processing right out of the gate. That is a phenomenal stack of 5 habits.
It is. Delay caffeine, anchor with light, calm with optic flow, use the fasted state for peak cognition, and hydrate with salt for neuronal health.
And we have to address the reality of implementing this because some of these are challenging. Let's start with the caffeine. If I try to delay my coffee by 90 minutes tomorrow, I'll be non-functional by 8 a.m. How do we make that manageable?
You need a gradual approach. Delay your coffee by just 15 minutes each day until you hit that 90-minute target.
Just 15.
And crucially, rely heavily on the other 4 habits to compensate. The sunlight will boost your cortisol, the walk will calm your system, and the salted water will provide immediate clarity. Those will help bridge that gap.
And what about early risers in the winter? I wake up at 5 a.m., the sun doesn't rise until 7:30, I can't just wait around.
Right. If you wake up in darkness, you have to turn on the brightest artificial lights you have immediately. This signals wakefulness. But remember, the hierarchy. Artificial light is a placeholder.
It's not the real thing.
It's not the real thing. The critical step is to still get outside the very moment the sun rises, even if it disrupts whatever you're doing indoors. That natural light signal is irreplaceable.
Okay, let's circle back to fasting. Habit 4. What about the hunger? How do you manage that early morning hunger pang when you know you still have 2 hours of focus work to do?
Well, hunger is often cyclical and psychological. The best way to manage it is through hydration. Drink more of that strategic salted water, maybe with a squeeze of lemon. When your brain gets that optimal hydration and electrolyte signal, it often reinterprets those mild hunger pangs. Also, just remind yourself that that mild metabolic stress is generating your focus, not distracting from it.
And the salted water. We have to be clear about safety. Is this safe for absolutely everyone?
You should always err on the side of caution. While a small pinch of salt is fine for most, individuals with pre-existing conditions, specifically hypertension, kidney conditions, or those on a sodium-restricted diet, must consult a medical professional first.
Safety first.
Always. Safety comes before routine optimization.
Final challenge. Optic flow. What if I can't walk outside? Terrible weather, or a scheduling issue. Can I just hop on a treadmill?
It's certainly better than zero movement, but the research confirms it's significantly less effective for generating true optic flow.
Because the environment is static.
Exactly. A treadmill in a static room doesn't provide that constant visual information stream that tricks the amygdala. If you must be indoors, try to position the machine near a window with a dynamic view.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? We have 5 habits built on timing and biology.
The core insight here is that you don't need to add complexity. You need to add intelligence. The most powerful routines rely on strategic timing, aligning these simple actions with your body's innate biological rhythms.
You're just working with the system.
You're working with the system to create a biological foundation for sustained energy and focus that, frankly, far surpasses sheer willpower.
My encouragement to you is to just pick one of these habits tomorrow. Maybe the salted water or just delaying your coffee by 15 minutes. Observe the change, track that clarity, and build the stack from there.
And if you want to dive deeper into some of these concepts, we drew heavily on principles detailed in BFit.ai's guide to building your foundational supplement stack and their articles on quick home workouts.
Thank you so much for guiding us through this. I'm already rethinking my entire relationship with my alarm clock and my espresso machine.
It's all about working with your biology. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
We'll catch you next time.